Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talking about what's the benefits of shaders, discussing some UV stuffs and Lightmap. What is Lightmap? And yeah, let's discuss about shaders. As I was mentioning about benefit of world align texture in our master material, in here, let me show you. Okay, world align texture. So I was telling you if I scale it like that, everything's continue, everything's good. But I didn't show you if we don't do our texturing without world align texture, we will texture our asset based on our UV. What does it mean? It means that when I'm putting a texture on this block, this UV will show this part of our texture, and this part will show this part of our texture. So it means if I scale this block, if I scale it like that, as you can see, these squares stretches, and this is the problem we are going to face. For example, if I scale it like that, this square stretches like that, and it's not ideal for environmental, because when we are making our home, our environment, for example, in here, I wanted to scale it, or this part, I wanted to scale it like that. But if it was the original form, it was like this. I scaled this block to this, but the textures didn't stretch at all, because these textures are not working with UV. These are working with Unreal Engine world align. Okay, so like I said, in this technique we have no worries of using scaling, whatever, except one part, the light map. Maybe if we scale it like that, our light map stretches a lot, as you can see. But this is the next thing that we are going to thinking about. For that part, maybe we can say, okay, if I needed something like that, if we see it like the light map, we can divide it by 2. We can go in here and do it like divide by 2 and enter, and copy and vertex paint, vertex point is now vertex point, and as you can see, it's much better. Okay, we can do a lot of things like that, but I want to show you what's happened if we use UV map based texturing. Let me undo here. So if I scale it like in Maya, look what happens. Everything stretches, everything. If I stretch up, it again stretches. We don't have any base tiling in here like we had in here. For example, in here, if we wanted to make our floors bigger, we can type it like base tiling, for example, 500. It's become bigger, or 1000. But the quality doesn't change a lot. But in here, everything stretches, and it's bad. So let me close that. So that was the note I was trying to explain in the last video. This is one of the best benefits of texturing our environment without UV based work with word align texture. So what other benefit of shaders are the colors and all of this. So let's go to the UV and say what's the benefit of UVing this stuff. For example, in here, this is a square block shape. So if it was something like this, if we didn't UV this part and we put it on Unreal Engine, default setting make a Lightmap UV for us. What is Lightmap? Lightmap is this part, these square shapes, as you can see, and these squares store the light, quality, reflection, all of the stuff after we baking our, where is it? After we build our scene, the sunlight, reflections, so many things built on this square shape of our assets. So if we don't make our light map in Maya and put it in Unreal Engine and make and force Unreal Engine to make our light map, we are not be so sure that these squares are equal and didn't stretch at all. So for being safe and avoid bugs in the future, we make our light map to be so sure. Okay, so after I build UV map 1, it's not necessary because we don't use it, but we can have it. Then I copy this map to the second one. I go to here and copy the map 1 to 2, and we have it in here. So let me explain why we need to do our light map. So here is our wall without the second light map, second UV map, and I import it to Unreal Engine and asking me for generate light map, and I say yes, okay, generate it, import it. So let me show you. Here we are. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, this is our light, our first UV. As you can see, our first UV, I didn't make it because, as you see, it stretches. If I fold it, and layout, and orient, layout, now it's become better. Okay, so let's go for our light map. So in this part, I said to myself, okay, I didn't need for any UV. I didn't care about that. I didn't fix it. So because I didn't want to use it. But as you can see, Unreal Engine made a light map based on our first UV, and if I open it in here, this is our wall. Okay, so we're going to our light map. So see, it stretches. It stretches a lot. It's not equal square. It stretches. So that's the reason I'm saying, if you want to import your textures into Unreal Engine, all of the time, for future error, check the light map. I unfold this one, orient, and layout. Okay, so then go in here and copy to the second one. and I export it again in here. Okay, go in here, re-import, and in here I have to untick generate lightmap again, save and re-import. So as you can see, this is our first UV and this is our second. And in our second UV, it's equal, because in Maya we can see it is equal and there is no problem, and in Unreal Engine there is no problem as well, as you can see. So all of the time be sure to check the second UV map for your light map, and yeah, as you see in my scene, my light maps are equal. My wall is 2 meters, but the height is 2.5, but the light map is equal because I made the second UV for this. This is the first and this is the second. The second one is good and it has a good padding as well. So so I think that's it. If we put it in a nutshell, we can say we discussed about benefit of shaders, the light map, check them and of that, and UV, our light map, and for in this case we don't need to be focus on the UV mapping for texturing because we are not using it, but we make it to just have it if we need to. But in this case for the light map I did that, and that's it. I think we are good to go. See you next time for the next video. Goodbye.